Temperatures we're experiencing right now, people will be taking extra steps to stay warm, and one organization says you need to take some extra precautions for your pets as well. Leslie Pulsifer is here from the Humane Society of Utah, along with Thomas, who's very curious but also very quiet.
Yes.
So he'd be great for an apartment or even in a house.
He's kind of the perfect dog. He's got a lot of energy but very well behaved.
He
so,
is.
Yes.
And he's stylish. Let's talk about the jacket he's wearing with the fur around it.
Yeah, so he is modeling in style one of our really important cold weather tips. So if you do have to take your dogs outside, of course, we always encourage you to bring them in and keep them in as long as possible during the cold weather, especially right now with the temperatures being as low as they are. But if you do have to take them out to potty or whatever, to go on a walk, make sure that you have good protective gear on them, like this jacket. Some dogs will tolerate little dog booties even, which is great for their pads because they can get sliced in the ice or salt on them, which of course is always not good because the salt can also be poisonous to the dog.
So when you're out on the walk, should you be watching extra carefully because the ice is out there and because people put sand down as well?
Please do. If your dog can tolerate the booties, that's always recommended. If not, just make sure that you're walking him in an area that is, of course, safe for pads, because it's just as though we were walking barefoot on that area. So just kind of think in those terms. And then ice melt is poisonous to them, so when you do get back from a walk, make sure that you wipe them down really well, both on their stomach and on their pads, to make sure that later on when they're licking themselves, they're not ingesting that toxin. So
if you're cold, your pet's probably cold. Pretty
Definitely.
Good rule of thumb?
Yeah, especially if they're a little dog with short fur. I mean, even, large-sized dogs will also have the short fur and they get cold easily as well. So either way, I mean, the longer, kind of husky dogs are a little bit more tolerable of the cold weather, but
little guys like Thomas, maybe not so much.
Right.
What about people who like to leave their dogs out in the backyard so they can run around and play? Is that just not a good idea with temperatures this cold?
We would highly recommend you bring them inside, even if that's what they're used to. Really, we do encourage them to be inside as much as possible. If you cannot, absolutely cannot, it's important to have an elevated hutch or dog pen or cat pen even that they can go into, to retreat away from the storm or the cold. Make sure that you have a heated water bowl in there and access to food as well.
Okay, so you got to get ready when there's cold temperatures, not just for yourself, but your pets as well. Okay, so this is New Year's Eve. We will be ringing in the new year, and there are a lot of fireworks that people will be using and hearing.